3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the show!
Thanks. Eurovision, Australians, they're on the stage. You see the ass. Donald Trump, impeachment, liquor, and Russians. Sharks will hump him and trump him with peaches. It's gonna get impeached. Everybody's getting impeached.
Hey-o! I couldn't actually hear you on that one. Was that good? Was that a good take?
That was
It was
great.
a bit more like a slower rap.
Should we do another
Do
one?
you want to try again?
Nah, it was good.
Well, it was good.
Okay, good. This is just like, when I really get in the zone, I can't hear you guys because you're like so far away.
I came this close for the peaches.
He said sharks humping.
Is that okay?
It's relevant. Maybe if you did some research, you'd know that. Anyway, welcome to Trend Settings episode 42. The answer to the ultimate question. 42. Is that right? Did I get that right?
That is correct.
It's a reference.
Answer
The
to
meaning
the
of
question.
The meaning of life.
Yes. 42. We are group settings. I'm Ali.
I'm J-Rat. I'm Jono. Far out.
Oh, jeez.
I'm Ye Chan.
I'm Chris.
I believe your name is Kim Ye-chan.
Kim Chae Chan.
We've sorted this
We
out
did.
before. Like, we have 5 topics. We're super
Wow.
low energy. Okay, we're back. We've got 5
I thought we
topics.
were all going to do it.
Now, 1. Trump, Russia. It's still happening. 2. The legend of the shark humper. 3. The French election. 4. Smashed avocado ruining... Smashed 4. Smashed avocado ruining property. 5. Eurovision Oz flag debacle.
Wow.
The Legend of the Shark Humper sounds like a really bad Indiana Jones sequel.
Well,
sounds like
you
that is?
could call it that.
Sounds like a really bad Zelda sequel.
Sounds like a really good podcast title.
Good one, Chris. Chris is so sharp today.
Watch out for our new show, The Legend of the Shark Humper.
Yeah.
If that was a movie, I'd watch it.
Yeah, I'd click on it. Hey, we talked about Trump last week.
We talk about Trump every week.
No, we
But-
don't.
Jinx. No, you can't talk for the rest of the podcast.
Great. Now,
Taking it down to 3.
we were in the middle of it last week, and things have developed since.
New developments.
He's always developing, that guy.
So last time we heard, he'd fired the FBI guy,
Gone.
and
And now he's been impeached.
He's having brain freeze.
that's indigestion whenever I do that.
You were mourning the firing of the FBI boss. No, he's gone.
A moment of silence.
So,
Pour one
a
out.
lot of things have happened since then.
So many things that
Like
keep
what?
happening.
Tell us.
Okay.
What happened?
So last week we were talking, right? And we were like, you can't just fire this guy. He's investigating you and your Russia stuff. Right?
Golden showers.
Like your golden showers.
No.
Who's going to find out about his golden showers?
If you listen to the episode, that's not actually what the conclusion that we arrived at. But it was a part of the discussion.
Right.
But now, I don't know, was it Trump? Someone's been appointed to investigate the whole Russian scandal. The Russian issue, we
Right.
could call it.
What's his name?
Kind of.
His name is former FBI boss, Tom.
No. Robert Mueller.
I was gonna say Bob, and that would have been right. Damn it. Robert Mueller.
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 Wait, so he was the former FBI...
Should we keep letting him try to make do this
Boss?
story?
You can
It
do
looks
it. Like,
really
oh man. Okay, so let me tell you about Robert Mueller, right?
Tell me.
So Chris has no idea what this topic's actually about,
Do you want
even
me
though
to-
it was his topic.
Do you want me to tell you about Robert Mueller?
I'd
Tell me,
love to hear
please.
this story.
Alright. So do you remember last week we talked about this guy who got fired?
Yeah, what was his name?
You're
So
so
was
annoying.
C.
You're so annoying.
Comey, right?
Coney.
Yeah, James Comey.
Coney Island. So he got fired, and they got the phone call, and then the guys busted through the door, and they're like, "They're coming to fire you, boss, quick!" And then Robert.
This is
Mueller.
like a book report from
He
someone
was-
who has not read the book.
And then what happened?
He was one of the guys. He was his first guy to call. He's like, "They're coming for me, boss. What am I gonna do?" I can see the homies coming down the hall. They're in their black suits and everything, and they were coming for him. And
Like
he
in the
said-
Matrix.
Yeah.
The
and he said,
agents.
"Don't worry, I will finish your great works, and I will look into Trump." and now he is.
Wow.
It's
So if anyone's still listening, good on you.
So he's an honourable man.
That's what I think. He's pretty honourable.
Good on him.
Okay.
So what actually happened, Jono?
The Attorney General appointed a former FBI director to head up as a special prosecutor. He's heading up the investigation into Trump. And it's a good thing because he's a pretty big deal in Washington in terms of like he's got a lot of like history there and he's been really high up like an FBI director and stuff. So he's not really going to be influenced by Trump. He's not like a lackey or he doesn't like need the job,
The clout.
if that makes sense. Like he wouldn't be the type of person who's just looking to get influence.
he
So
been-
the idea is that he'll be actually quite impartial.
So he's not the replacement, right?
No. He's a
He's just been
special
appointed,
prosecutor who
yeah.
has the powers to investigate and prosecute Trump if he finds something wrong.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's he been doing? Has he just been retired?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't know what position he had before
Sipping
now,
on
but I don't think he
pina
was doing
coladas
anything.
is what he's been
See,
doing.
this is where you could actually put in a movie thing because imagine some old dude. He's really grizzly, but he's got a really nice jawline, right? And he's fishing.
Sean Connery.
No,
Wow.
thanks. Anyway, he's not American.
Oh.
It just wouldn't work in this situation. He's American. He's got a great jawline. He's fishing, and this guy in a suit rocks up in some sort of limousine, and the guy fishing like sees it, like, but he doesn't look at it. He's like plays it cool, and he just does this huge sigh. He's like,
Just when I thought I got out,
and like,
they pulled me back in.
and then he's like, Kowalski, I was done. I told you, I was done.
I'm too old for this.
Yeah, and Kowalski's like, we need you, man. We really need you
Why
back.
is he Russian?
You're the only one who can do this. Kowalski doesn't have to be Russian. That is a Russian
Like,
name.
yeah,
I didn't realize that was a Russian name.
It's Polish.
Yeah.
What about
Fair
just
enough.
Smith?
You're so dumb.
Agent Smith.
I was thinking
I
of
don't-
generic movie name was Kowalski.
Kowalski.
And now he can't fish anymore. He's back out of retirement and he's got an agenda.
To impeach Trump.
Well,
Is that his agenda?
I think it's
Nah,
to
I think
investigate.
He's pretty well respected, so I think he'll be. It sounds like he'll be pretty fair. Like politicians on both sides are pretty happy about it. So
Depends how much they're paying him.
yeah, sure.
So to take on a job like that, how much would you be paid?
I don't know. It's
A lot.
not really something I
A
guess
lot?
they advertise.
I don't think many people are thinking about
Where
it.
do you find these jobs?
They don't exactly put it on Seek.
Seek.com?
Yeah.
FBI. Special
FBI.com?
investigator.
Interesting.
So what's also interesting is during the week, Trump proper admitted to firing him because he was investigating him.
Yeah,
Like-
like basically said it was about the Russia thing
Yeah.
because Trump loved the guy for everything else. Like he took Hillary Clinton out of the election for him, so it was basically the Russian thing. And then this memo came out that Comey had written a couple of months ago. They had like a one-on-one discussion, him and Trump. They'd gone to Trump had invited him for dinner. And then he'd gotten everyone out of the room so that he could ask him in person, can you drop this Russian thing? And about Flynn specifically, like he's a good guy.
Wow.
So this memo's come out. It's pretty
a good
interesting.
guy.
Yeah. Apparently Comey's response was he is a good guy. Not like he was gonna drop it, but it was pretty funny.
So the fact that he fired Comey because Comey was investigating him, and the fact that he admitted to it, like, is this all legal?
No, I think that starts to cross into the illegal part.
It doesn't sound legal.
It's obstruction of justice.
He doesn't like admit it in like a 1 + 1 = 2 way. He says it and it's like, you really shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a legitimate admission or it's just him saying things offhand?
Well, what's the difference?
He said it.
He said it. That's him admitting it, right?
But do you think he's actually saying, yes, I fired him because of the Russian thing? Or he's just talking about that in that context? Oh yeah, Comey's gone now because of that Russia thing, blah, blah, blah. Or
Yeah,
is
but
he
even
saying,
if he says it like that, that's still an admission.
okay, but
You just do
okay,
it
so
in
it
a
is an
roundabout
admission,
way.
but in his head, does he know he's admitting it? Was that his decision to admit it, or is it just flippant?
It's hard to say what he knows and
Yeah.
doesn't know. I think he does. He has the innocence of like a child almost.
Platypus.
Like who would say something like that because everyone else would know that makes him sound really bad. But he's like, yeah, no, the Russia thing's bad for me, so everyone will understand that I fired him because of the Russia thing.
So cute.
Which, you got to give it to Comey for like doing reverse blackmail here. Of like, he got fired, and there's a couple of these memos have just been so incriminating for Trump.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if there was like a I've actually got so much crap on you, or he's just like, he'd just, I don't know, everyone's had that bad boss where you've got the folder on your desktop of every time something happens, you just put it in the, this is when I'm going to like quit folder.
Apparently he'd shown those memos to people at the time as well, but like it wouldn't be admissible, I think, in court. It wouldn't be hard evidence that that's what happened. Right. It's still hearsay. If you write something down, that's not really any different from you saying something happened.
Isn't it like an official FBI document though?
A memo?
Or is it?
That's what they kept calling it. Was a memo. It just sounded like a note that they'd made.
He didn't record the conversation.
Who keeps memos these days?
If anything, like Trump implied that he had recordings. Because Trump tweeted that he's something along the lines of James Comey had better hope that we haven't recorded our conversations in the White House or something along that line. Before he starts leaking to the press, he'd better hope that we don't have tapes of our conversations. And then everyone was like, give us those tapes. He's so stupid. If he just didn't say anything, he'd be so much better off. Because everyone else covers for him with a story that makes sense. So before like everyone else was coming out, no, it's because of the Rod Rosenstein letter. The Deputy Attorney General made some good arguments about why James Comey should be fired. Then he goes on like some TV show or whatever and just says the dumbest stuff, and it completely contradicts everything that his press team has created.
Just drops the
there
bombs.
Was all these stories of the weekend about how the entire press team and like White House staffers were just hiding in their offices, didn't want to come out.
Yeah, there's some funny footage of it, of just people. No, there's Sean Spicer actually has a proper quote of, he accidentally walked in front of a line of reporters or something, and the quote was, "I really don't want to be here right now." And then he walked away, I think.
He'd also answered a bunch of questions amongst some bushes at the White House, like on the grounds, and like I think one of the initial reports was that they were in the bushes, and then the White House made, like the Washington Post or whoever it was who wrote that, made them retract it to they were amongst the bushes. They didn't dispute that there was bushes involved. They didn't want him to be in the bushes. Incredible.
I thought you were talking about like George W. Bush's,
no,
like all the members of the Bush family.
No, I think they're all probably quite happy about what's happening.
But you know, it makes you feel for Trump a little bit, not much, but
like the way you feel for a foolish person.
Yeah, but he also came out and said that I am the most. Is it ridiculed? What's the word he used?
Most unfairly treated president.
Yeah.
In US history.
Which
could be true.
Isn't he the guy who like abused Obama for his birth certificates and all this junk?
Yeah, but that wasn't the media. That was him.
Oh, so he said unfairly treated by the media, not just in general.
Plus Obama was black, so he probably doesn't think
he deserved
it.
And he was a Muslim.
Deserved it.
Barack Hussein.
Look, if there's one thing Trump does not have, it's like a sense of, like, what do you call it? Like knowing
reality?
Yourself.
Socrates?
Intrapersonal knowledge.
Sure.
Wow. Did you just make that up?
No, that's a thing.
Okay, right.
Okay, if you say so.
Like, because everything he says, there's a quote from him saying that what he's doing is terrible. Like, so, like, there's quotes about him talking about Hillary and, like, we can't have someone like this in the White House who gives away classified information. And over the weekend, we had reports that he gave classified information to the Russians in the White House in person.
Why did he do that?
Because he said it was because he just wanted to share information about, like vital security information. It's not illegal for the president to do that because anything he says becomes declassified. He's the one in charge of that.
He just likes
ultimately.
sharing.
But it made it sound like, other reports made it sound like he was boasting about how good the intelligence was that he gets. So he shared the intelligence with the Russian foreign minister and the guy who everyone knows is an actual Russian spy, Kislyak.
So why is it bad that Trump and Russia get along?
It's not about getting along so much as it's like you can't collude with a foreign power if you're the president, especially if you're getting personal gain.
So there's
like amendments to like stop a president from being influenced by a foreign power.
Yeah,
right?
I understand that, but is the accusation that Trump's doing things with America that Russia wants for personal rewards?
Of course.
I see. And what do Russia want?
I don't know, get stuff.
No, I think
Get nice
Jen's
things.
question is, what does Trump get out of that?
Oh, no, money.
Okay.
He's got a lot of business in.
But surely,
Russia as
like,
well.
why would he need more money? He has plenty of money. Like,
You could ask that question about anyone who has over like $10 million.
I feel like at that point, like, how much money does he have? Is he a billionaire?
No one really
Or not- or
knows.
not
He
yet?
says he's worth $8 billion, but it's hard to like analyze
8
it.
billion. I doubt it. 8 billion.
He might be now. Like, I don't know who's paying him what, so he can get stuff through.
Okay, so after having $1 billion, like, money couldn't be a motivator. Like, what is
after,
that?
After having $1 million, you're probably fine.
No, that's not true. You can
No, that's-
barely buy a house in
It
Sydney.
does
with that.
seem like he is trying to help America, just in the worst kind of
Does
way,
it?
and not being a great person.
It seems like he's trying to be liked.
In the way that, like, Hitler was trying to help Germany. I mean, like, obviously he liked Germany and he was trying to help it, but probably wasn't doing it in the best ways. Do you know what I mean?
But did it help Germany?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He might have
That's the-
legitimately been motivated by hatred for Jews.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a strong case for that.
Or is it love for Germans?
No, it was hatred for Jews.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, everybody hates Trump because of his personality or the things that he does. But I think it comes down to, what is his intention? Is he just trying to help America become a better country?
honestly, I think he just wants everyone to think he's awesome. Because
I
there's so
think-
many,
no.
there's so many quotes about him. Just like he brings up his electoral college win. He's printed off like maps of the election, like the results, because they show all the red. Because the red's always bigger in America because it's the country areas, so they're quite large.
Ah.
So
'Cause it just
he
goes by
prints off
state.
these maps. He gives them to people. Like, he doesn't care about the country. He cares about the fact that he won the election still.
You just tick that box.
Yeah, he still brings it up. He still brings up his
So do you think-
inauguration crowd.
Do you think he became the president so that he could just say, I became the president
It's the biggest chair in the country.
in the world?
Yeah.
Unless you're Putin.
Or Cersei.
Or don't care about it.
Anyway, is anything else happen that we didn't talk about?
Well, Putin came out saying he'll release their recordings of the conversation in
Right.
the White House.
Let's all just release our recordings. Okay?
Everybody's recording
he was
everything,
like, but I think
apparently.
he was just laughing about it. Like, there was a lot of stories about it, but it didn't seem like it was very like Putin always jokes.
It sounds like
makes a lot of
sarcasm.
jokes.
It's like, we'll release our recordings because we're obviously spies. Like, that
He
seems
was-
like the tone of
So
it.
the joke here was because the allegation is that Trump gave classified information to the Russians. So it's not just the fact that he gave classified information. They're saying he compromised the source of the information, which is apparently the
Ooh.
Israelis. So it wasn't their information in the first place. The Israelis share information with the Americans because they trust them. They wouldn't have shared that information with the Russians.
Right.
And if that information compromises how they got the information, it could put someone in jeopardy or an information source in jeopardy, right?
That's what Hillary got in trouble for?
No, Hillary got in trouble for having emails.
No, but didn't she, back in the day,
Mm.
didn't she compromise some sources on the ground in Benghazi or something?
That was to
I
do with the
don't think that
emails.
was just that substantiated.
Something else.
It was just Hillary's thing was all an implication that they were careless with handling because she had a private email set.
Right. Gotcha.
But he actually went and told a Russian spy information. Anyway, like, that might not be much, but Putin was joking about the fact that he was like, well, I haven't seen this classified information, so I'm going to get those two in trouble, his foreign minister and the spy, because they haven't told him.
What a rascal.
Yeah.
I like Putin.
Great. Now,
I like sharks.